So I was going to push this into the garage, but, well, it's 42 degrees in the middle of February. So I'm going to take it apart right here. I don't know how the sound's going to be. The road's usually kind of noisy, but we're just going to start taking stuff apart. I'm going to make a pile out of stuff, and I'll keep blasting and painting and see what happens here. I'd like to get some advice from you guys, though. You guys have run sawmills. I want to find out how many horsepower should I be looking for an engine. I was talking to a friend who has a similar sized mill, which is a 48-inch blade. I've got two blades for it at 48. I wouldn't mind putting something bigger on, but need to figure out power requirements. That friend said they had an 80-horse engine. It was old and a little tired. It was having trouble on some of the hardwood. So I've got some different options. Trying to figure out what horsepower I should go to. Obviously too big, I'm going to use a lot of fuel. Too small, not going to work very well. So let me know what you think on that. And I've been looking more at this at the carriage. And you can see the wood's kind of rough. Let me take you over this side. So I moved it. I moved it a little bit with the forklift, and it folded. This is, that's all totally blown out now. This looks like spruce, though. I have some old growth spruce, which I'm not trying to cut down the redwoods here, but the spruce I've got really is at the end of its lifespan. It's about ready to start tipping over. What do you guys think about using spruce for the wood? It's the older stuff seems to be pretty rot resistant. It's good wood. I've got it. Otherwise, I have a truck frame, which is really similar in width to what this carriage is, and it's the right length. And that'd be steel with riveted cross members and bolts. I would do a bunch of welding for putting brackets to put everything that slides and everything else on here. If you watch my channel, you know I do a lot of metal work, so it's not out of my wheelhouse. That stuff's pretty easy for me. But let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. And I know this project's been a little bit stale for a while. I'm really picking it up. I want to have this thing up and running, hopefully cutting wood by this summer. So keep an eye out, subscribe to keep track of it, and let's start taking apart what's here. I want to get this scale off before it gets any worse. Wood's pretty rough. These are square head. I'm trying to use an 8-point socket on them. You can see the scale rides up and down. Must have been under some force when it popped out. I'll have to probably take the pulley out to drop it in. But that's pretty cool. I don't know whether we'll reuse this one or make a new one, but I didn't want it to just rot away or get broken. Now that that's out of the way, let's see if we can get get this to move. So forward's easy. Looks like I'll pull the chain, which pulls that. That all seems to work. A whole bunch of rust in there. These are actually still pretty sharp. Those will that'll clean up nice. Never hurts to soak stuff down with some plaster. Or whatever brand. Something. What do you know? 2-inch. Can't believe that's actually coming off that easy. Let's go through another pallet of stuff I got with the Sawmill. Came up with just another L8. I bet this was at this end before the Sawyer's favorite got here. Also in there, there's a sharpener. It's a little bit bent. Still sort of functions. I'm gonna need to free it up. I don't know much about these, but it's got a little rotary file. Spins, that still moves. Not really sure what this lever does. This clamps you down on the blade, so let's see if I can get this all freed up and nice, and yeah, I guess we'll see if it's worthwhile. There are also a bunch of tools here. This is a Simon's. So is that one. Yes, and knives. For doing the teeth. I'll get those cleaned up. And there's one of these little guys for teeth. And I was pretty excited about this. This handle here is the handle of Sawyer's favorite. That's supposed to go right there. Oh, look at that. It still sort of turns. There we go. Goes down. And it's going to come up. looks cool. So I can take this pin out and I'll stick a new pin in, but I'm gonna clean all this stuff up first. So I'm glad that's moving, and that's moving. And this one's going. Might not be quite right. And I think I'm gonna have to take that apart. There's definitely some junk in the crack. I don't need to break anything. So we'll get this guy off of here too. That's heavy. So you can see this has been changed. This one's totally flat on the bottom. If I tip it, I don't know if you can see, but flat down here. There's an interesting shaped mortise in here. So something different was bolted here before. I know he said his dad got this and was really excited about adding this on. So this is a newer edition. It's heavy enough. I'm going to take it off the forklift. It can sit here while we take a few more parts off, I think. It's just too heavy to do by hand. I probably could, but I've hurt myself in the past doing that. Not worth it. The pivots all look pretty tight. This should rebuild nice. I'm sure I'll do an episode on rebuilding this too. I know people like these a lot. We'll take it apart and then I'll blast it, paint it, see if anything needs to be machined or anything, and put it back to use. Let's do the auto return next. As you can see, it's about ready to fall off, and I keep bumping into the pulley down here, trying to move it around, so it's time for this to come off. Nut hasn't even been on the bottom of that one. Just a big rack. It says R12 on it. Looks like it's pretty good shape. Completely rotted out of there. We'll get this cleaned up. I know some guys have been not putting these back on, so if you got a thought on whether to put the auto return on and why you say yes or no, let me know on that too. Seems like it'd be a good feature, but I'm sure there's some reasons not to do it. You can use these sockets. They're 8-pointers on these old square fasteners. Works pretty nice. As long as it's not spinning and rotting wood. These old bolts have seen better days. This one didn't even have a nut on it. I think that's stuck down there till we move the carriage. It's been repaired a few times, there's a bunch of brays on it. There's just roots in there. Stuff's growing in it. This stuff is very rotted. I think this might even be pine. It doesn't even really look like spruce. As I said, it was outside for a long time. I'm sure the roof was leaking on the building for a while before it collapsed. And, well, I didn't see much of the building left. It was pretty well rotted. I don't know how many years it'd been down, but nature was taking her back. I'm gonna let the lube set up a little more on this guy. Let's work on this one. of stuff junk stuck behind it. You know, there's enough rust on here. This dog's gonna clean up nice. I'll give it a good blast and I think we'll be good on here. Let's take the rest of it off. And the taper works fine. This must have been, well, I guess I don't know what the second part of this was. If anybody knows, let me know. It's got a patent on it. It says patented by D. Lane, September 8, maybe? 1864. And there's a recorded December 21st, 1872. So this might be pretty darn old. I think this whole mill is pretty darn old. Yeah, if there's some lane guys know about these, let me know what I'm missing. There's another slot with catches here. So I've got a taper that comes out. I've got a dog that comes down. So I'm guessing over here, it's got a slot. Maybe this was a dog that came up. Not sure. I've got two of these. Neither of them has the second part. Let me know if you know. It's pretty loose. So this one wasn't bored quite in the center, and this side a little bit broken. That said, it's a big hollow in the casting in here. It'll probably still work. Maybe I could bore it and sleeve it, or I don't know, see if it's worth doing something with, or it might just work just like that.